In the world of Silicon Valley, where billion-dollar companies are born overnight and tech giants rise and fall, there was once a woman who promised to revolutionize healthcare. Her name was Elizabeth Holmes, and her company, Theranos, was set to change the world. She claimed to have developed a groundbreaking technology, one that could test a person's blood using just a few drops, providing quick and affordable results. But behind the sleek presentations, the glamorous promises, and the headlines of success, something far darker was unfolding. Elizabeth Holmes was the youngest self-made female billionaire, hailed as the next Steve Jobs, and she had the vision of a lifetime. Theranos was valued at $9 billion. Holmes, just 30 years old, had built an empire from scratch, attracting millions in investments from some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful figures. She wore black turtlenecks, spoke with conviction, and promised that her technology would make traditional lab testing obsolete. But there was one problem: it didn't work. Theranos technology, the so-called Edison machine, was supposed to perform complex blood tests with just a drop of blood. But in reality, it was nothing more than a facade, a broken and unreliable system that never lived up to the hype. And yet Holmes continued to deceive investors, doctors, and the public, convincing them that the technology was a game changer. How did she pull it off? How did Holmes manage to keep the lie alive for so long? Theranos offices were filled with secrecy. Employees were forced to sign non-disclosure agreements, and anyone who dared to question the technology was quickly silenced. Holmes kept her inner circle tight and insulated from the truth. The company's board was stacked with high-profile figures, including former U.S. Secretaries of State, military leaders, and billionaire investors, all of whom were blinded by Holmes' charisma and unwavering confidence. But the cracks in the facade began to show when former employees and whistleblowers started speaking out. One by one, former staff members revealed that the Edison machine didn't work as promised. Blood tests were inaccurate. Patients were given false results. And the technology behind the scenes? It was nothing more than a patched-together collection of off-the-shelf machines from other companies. The truth was out, and Theranos' empire was crumbling. In 2016, after a series of investigative reports exposed the lies, the company's reputation was shattered. Holmes was accused of fraud, and the FBI launched a criminal investigation. What followed was a public spectacle: the rise and fall of a tech giant, and a woman who had convinced the world that she was on the verge of a medical breakthrough, all while hiding the truth. In 2021, Elizabeth Holmes stood trial for charges of wire fraud and conspiracy to commit fraud. The courtroom drama unfolded in front of the world as prosecutors painted a picture of a woman who knowingly misled investors and patients to secure her fortune. But Holmes defended herself, claiming that she never intended to deceive anyone, that she truly believed in her technology. But the question remains: was Elizabeth Holmes simply a visionary who got lost in her own ambition? Or was she a con artist who used her charm and manipulation to fool everyone into believing a lie? Theranos had promised to change the world, but instead, it became one of the most infamous cases of corporate fraud in history. Holmes' story is a terrifying reminder of the dangers of blind ambition, and the lengths some will go to maintain their illusion of success. In the end, Elizabeth Holmes' rise and fall is a tale of ambition gone wrong. A story of a woman who was willing to sacrifice everything to maintain a lie. And while her trial may be over, the legacy of Theranos and the millions it hurt will remain a warning to anyone who dares to challenge the truth. Thank you for joining us as we uncovered the chilling story of Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. What do you think? Was she a visionary who simply got carried away, or was she always a fraud? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more true crime stories that will keep you questioning everything you thought you knew. Because sometimes the greatest danger doesn't come from the criminals we know, but from the ones we never see coming.